once a photograph was proof, a frozen moment that confirmed something had truly existed in times. It carried with it an ontological certainty. What Roland Barthes called "that has been." But as digital reproduction takes over, the line between memory and fabrication blurs. We no longer capture moments. We curate them into narratives that feel real, but are carefully constructed. The photograph's power comes not from its content alone, but from its unaltered presence. A quality it can no longer promise, a detail in an image that pricks us personally, a smudge of light on the walls, the position of one's hand becomes meaningless when every detail is editable. If anything can be removed or inserted, what remains to surprise or haunt? What was once unique about a photograph as a document of authenticity has been replaced by something else. The ability to simulate reality with such precision that it feels realer than memory itself. Walter Ong reminds us that our sense of presence, what we consider real or immediate, is shaped by the technologies we use. Writing, print, and now digital capture are not just tools, but shapers of thought itself. And as these systems evolve, they don't just preserve memory, they reorient it. What was once an imprint of time becomes a product of design. The past no longer whispers to us. It is engineered into something we consume with full confidence in its verisimilitude. When we look at a photo on Instagram with soft grain and warm shadows, are we seeing reality or an algorithm trying very hard to feel human? The digital image no longer remembers the light of its original capture. It now recites an aesthetic from memory. Filters and effects don't restore authenticity. They simulate it. The imperfection is not accidental, but calculated, a performance of sincerity in code. Film grain, once an unavoidable flaw of analog capture, is now a design choice made by algorithms that have never seen a film canister. This reversal, from defect to effect, turns inconsistency into a commodity. We pay for the right to look like we were always here, to appear real in a world without memory. You must be willing to fake it with precision.
Anthropic just made a shocking revelation, viewers. It recently claimed that Claude now writes more than 80% of the code merged into its production systems. But that is not the most important number here. The most important number is 64%. Because according to Anthropic's latest research, Claude is now making better research decisions than human researchers 64% of the time in certain experiments. And if you've been following Front Page, you'll know that we've been talking about this shift for months now.
The arms race of memory has turned digital decay into an art form, AI. doesn't just create deepfakes anymore. It gives them characters. Aging footage with simulated scratches and noise to look like history, rather than forgery. These fakes don't aim for clarity. They thrive on ambiguity. The more something looks real, the more likely we are to believe it was real once. If a neural network can convincingly replicate the tonal gradation of old film, or mimic archival degradation, then truth becomes. Just this week, Anthropic announced signs of recursive AI, systems that evolve their own goals and behaviors without direct oversight. It's not just an AI that learns from us anymore. It's one that learns how to convince us. If a machine can spoof decades worth of cultural memory with the graininess of old film stock or the dust of a forgotten photo albums, what does authenticity even mean in our age? Museums struggle to verify artifacts, now being generated by neural networks trained on their own collection, are now under siege from it. We are not just storing memory anymore. We're manufacturing it. When the line between artifact and algorithm blurs, trust is no longer a matter of origin, but perception. If every image can be forged to look ancient, then history becomes whatever someone can render convincingly. This isn't just about fake news or deepfakes. It's an existential challenge for all memory-based institutions, legal systems, archives, even our own sense of personal truth. We once believed memory was sacred, something fragile to be preserved, like a letter yellowing in an attic box. But now, with a few clicks, we can resurrect the past as if it were never lost. The problem: we've traded memory for simulation. We no longer remember things because we trust our ability to look them up later, which means, by extension, we no longer need real memories at all. The final irony is this: by trying to preserve memory through digital means, we may be erasing it for good, not through loss, but through perfect replication. The archive becomes a cage rather than a sanctuary. If everything can be perfectly preserved and endlessly replayed, then the need for lived experience fades. We live within simulations of memory so convincing that they become more real than reality itself.